Let's work on part B this video. So according to the model, the average BMI of men of age 55 with 13 years of education is 0.137 units higher than of women with age 50 with 11 years of education. With all that said, let's substitute these values into the regression and see what the difference is going to be between them. So the first person, we're dealing with a man age of 55. So let me change colors for that. A man age of 55. Here we're going to have 55. It's a man, so the dummy variable is going to take the value of 0, and the years of education is 13, so this is going to be 13 over there. The next person that we're comparing with is going to be woman, age 50, so the age is going to be 50 over here. It's a female, right, so the dummy variable takes the value of 1, and 11 years of education. 11 years of education over here. Now we're dealing with the difference, so let's see what the difference is going to be. We are working with the difference. How can we calculate that? Every coefficient is showing an effect on the BMI, so we're going to take the difference between coefficients. Now in the first case, we can see that when age goes up by 1 unit, the BMI goes down by 0.033. In this case, the first person we're comparing has an age 5 years higher than the next person. So the man is 5 years older than the woman that we're comparing, meaning that the change on the effect of BMI is going to be equal to 5 multiplied with the effect for every year, multiply with minus 0.033. Hope this makes sense. Now we're going to the difference that happens in BMI due to gender, so the man versus the woman. Now when we are having a female, the BMI tends to be lower, and since we're dealing with a man, in this case in the first person is a man, and we want to see how much different his BMI is going to be than the woman we're comparing with, his BMI is going to be equal to 0.136 units higher than the woman we're comparing with. So since a woman will have 0.136 lower, a man will have 0.136 higher. So here we're going to have plus 0.136, and then we're looking at the difference in the BMI due to the difference in education. The man that we're comparing has 2 years more of education than the woman, meaning that his BMI is going to be lower by 2 times 0.164. So we're going to have here minus 2 times 0.164, and now we're going to do all the math over here to see what that difference is going to be, and the difference in BMI is going to be equal to minus 0.357, meaning that the first person we're dealing with, that man 55 years old, which has 13 years of education, is going to have a BMI on average 0.357 units lower than the woman who is 50 years old with 11 years of education. And what we can see in the answer key is that they tell us that the difference between them is going to be 0.137 units higher. So they tell us that man is going to have 0.137 units higher than of women, and that's false. We just saw that the difference is going to be otherwise. So that's why we're highlighting this one, because we cannot take this conclusion. This is false. Hope this makes sense. In the next video, let's go to part C and practice this regression more.